morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Hermit's Moon. My name is Renee. This is where we look to Oracle cards and Tarot to focus on the energies of the day. What's going to serve us best? What guidance can we get from our spiritual team? They speak to us through the cards. Let's look and see what our focus is supposed to be today. I was shuffling my deck. These are the first two. This is usually just one card, but this is the first deck that I pull from. And these two jumped. Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. And Electric Eel, bring your ideas to life. I feel like this reading is very much about some things that are going on in my own life right now. And Horse Spirit came to remind me that I don't have to deal with other people's BS. No matter how much I love them, no matter how much how important they are to me, other people's choices do not reflect on who I am as a person, what my goals are, and I am free. There's this thing called detachment, and it doesn't mean you don't love someone. It just means that the best thing that you can do for both parties involved is to detach. I feel like that's what Horse Spirit is telling us. Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. Maybe you've been thinking about this for some time. Maybe this is an ongoing problem, and I know it has been in my life. And maybe you've been wrestling with this. You've been thinking about it. You don't know how to execute it, how to become free, because when we love and care about people, we get entangled with them. But at the end of the day, our choices are ours, and everyone has to live with their own choices. So we need to figure out how to bring these ideas to life, how to really execute whatever needs to happen so that freedom really can be ours and that we are not held hostage by other people's bad decisions. Okay, our tarot cards are a little daunting today. We have the Death card reversed, and as I've told y'all before, the Death card is not about a physical death. It's about change. And when we see it reversed, it's because we've been resisting change. We're not working with it. We're fighting against it. I feel like that's what Horse Spirit is trying to remind us of, is the freedom is yours. You choosing to stay being held captive by someone else's bad choices, that's as much on you as it is them. You can't force people to love themselves enough to do the right thing. You can't force people to make the decisions that you would want them to make, no matter how clearly you see the train wreck coming. That's where the detachment comes. That's where freedom comes. We have to accept the idea that we are free to move on and let other people's repercussions be their own problem. We can't solve the world's problems, and we can't control other people. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. This is about moving away from these bad decisions, this bad energy, whatever it is that is keeping you down, that's holding you hostage. I'll never forget, whenever this card shows up, when I was learning tarot, I learned it mostly on my own, but I'm a Virgo, so I like to get all of the facts. I wanted a mentor, so I found a really good reader in the town that I'm from. And he was giving a class. So like I said, I basically knew it anyway, but I just needed to have that confirmation that I was on the right path, reading. There's no right way to read the cards because it's all intuitive, but my Virgo self, I needed that analyzation. I'll never forget that he told me that a lot of times for him, when the Eight of Cups shows up, that it's a spirit or it's someone from the other side that's trying to give us direction or trying to tell us a message. So I always think about that when I see this card, but the main energy of this card is about moving on. You've been resisting change. You haven't been able to do it. You've been chained to the problem. And this is your message. This is your sign that it's time for you to move forward and live your life in peace and let other people make their own decisions. I have the Hermit reversed here. This is Virgo energy, which I'm a Virgo sun. It's reversed here, and it's telling us that we are living in a place of fear. We're afraid to let go. We're afraid to let the person that we love make the mistakes that maybe they have to make in order to finally learn their lesson. But it's not ours to take on. Maybe we're isolating, maybe we're trying to control, but this is about, you need to step away from that energy. You need to stop being so fearful and empower yourself to bring your ideas to life. And remember, freedom is yours if you have the courage to love yourself enough to let go. These cards are about letting go. Okay, we have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. I think that someone is impacting our lives. This is about searching for that freedom so that you're not being held hostage by that person any longer. Their behavior, sometimes people are their own worst enemy. The only way they're going to learn their lesson is by the hard way. And it doesn't matter how much you love them, how much you try to encourage them, how much you're telling them you can see the train wreck happening. They're going to make their own choices no matter how wise or how stupid they are. But it's not a reflection on you. Shield, you need to defend yourself. When I was shuffling these cards, the tarot deck, the Seven of Wands jumped out. And that is all about defending yourself. Stand your ground. Guard yourself. Keep your guard up. You need to defend yourself, quite possibly, against your own fears with this Hermit reversed. Because you're wanting to jump in and you're wanting to save the day, but you can't save people that don't want to be saved. You have to defend yourself and you have to protect your own heart and know that you are worthy of that. And we have younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. This was the person who might be causing you the conflict, quite possibly. Maybe, like I said, maybe you are the young man. Maybe this whole issue is centered around a younger man. That might be the person who is behaving stupidly, who is bringing all the drama and conflict into your life. Remember, you need to defend yourself and protect yourself. This idea you have of setting yourself free, it's time. It's time for you to remember that freedom is yours. There's only so much you can do in a situation. People are free to make their own mistakes as well as win their own and celebrate their own successes. So I hope this reading makes sense to y'all today. It might have a lot of my own situation wrapped up into it. I hope that it gave you maybe a glimmer of hope and peace and maybe some direction that you might need. But I'm just wishing you all joy, love, health, and wealth. Remember, take what you want and leave the rest. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you feel called to do so. Love you all. Remember, freedom is yours.